Thank you very much, Yann Fulula. The favorite song in my country. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. OP table, OP table, OP table, OP table. I'm here with the favorite song of Nibakante Nyafulula. Today, May 6, 2023, following the discussion, the library election comes October 10, 2023. Call to then tell us who is the favorite candidate. We'll also be touching on who is the best president Liberia ever produced. Who is the best president Liberia ever produced? If I in Indianapolis, Indiana, this open table. Columbus, Ohio. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Los Angeles, California. This open table. Maryland, this open table. They want me to go. Nyan Fulula, the favorite song of Nibakante. The funniest song of Nibakante, Nyan Fulula. Thank you very much. Honorable Joseph Secretary Junior. Chairman, where are you? This open table. Yeah, we are discussing issues that will benefit Liberia. We are discussing issues that will benefit Liberia. Liberia election is coming up. Liberia election is coming up. Oh my goodness, Liberia election is coming up. Liberia election comes October 10, 2023. Following discussion. On our agenda, we have the best president Liberia ever produced. St. Joseph Jiggy Rabo administration to George Upon We administration. We want to know, since then, who is the best president Liberia ever produced? You can call and get your input on OP table. Mr. Fulula, how you doing today? How you doing, Mr. Nyan Fulula?
I'm doing wonderful. Wonderful. I am doing great.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Share the show. Share the show. Share.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No, we're not going nowhere. We're discussing Liberia election comes October 10, 2023. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Facebook Live OP table. If you are in the UK, this OP table. United Kingdom, this OP table. Dubai, this OP table. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook Live, this OP table. If you are in Liberia, Moriba, Liberia, Lofa Kante, Niba Kante, Grand Crew, Grand Jide, wherever you are, this OP table. Honorable Nyan Fulula.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, my dear brother?
I'm doing wonderful.
Thank you very much. This Nyan Fulula, favorite song, Niba Kante. Nyan Fulula, what you got for the people? Go ahead and introduce yourself on OP table in a while, large.
Well, I'm glad to be here today once again on Open Table Saturday edition. My name is Nyan Volula, and I'm your panelist here today. I'm here to look up to the topic on a discussion, who is Liberia's best president. That's what I'm looking up to. to hear other people's view. My view might be different than other people, so I really want to know who have been Liberia's best president since 1847 up to now, since Joseph Jean Robert time up to George Weah time, who has been Liberia's best president. So I'm here to look up to a fruitful discussion today on that topic. And also the Liberia upcoming elections, October 10th of this year, it will be a historic day, the change that we all been longing for. The millennials of Liberia want a change, and we'll see how best will that change be, because we're not on ground, we don't vote, but they are on ground. We are here to give them our observation and what is best for the country. So we're going to be speaking to their mind, what is the change they are really looking for. I know the managers have been really longing for change, so that's why we're here. Again, please share the shows, share the video to all media platforms that you are connected to. Reach as many people as you can. That have a fruitful discussion today.
Thank you very much, Nyan Fulula. Thank you very much. I'm here. This the great Azwazi, John Ziakoe. In a way, without further delay, we're going to dive straight into the show, our discussion. But the number to call is 317 717 1162. The number is on the screen. Call the number 317 717 1162. Mr. Fulula,
Yes.
we're going to dive straight into the issue. Even though we don't have a studio guest, but you and I, we are enough indeed to be a studio guest. But anyway, there's a thing. Anyway, we don't have the honorable chairman today with us, but maybe he might join us anytime soon. The chairman will be coming anytime soon, but God's willing, chairman will be with us anytime soon. But chairman, if you are listening, you can go even on Facebook, anywhere, wherever you are. I know probably you may not be in Indiana today, but wherever you are, chairman, you can join us anytime on the show. We need you on Open Table. Mr. Fulula.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's an issue. Liberia is very old. Liberia is the oldest country in Africa. We did not gain. We declared our independence. We declared our independence in 1847, and since then, Liberia's story has just been like the dry dog story. In Liberia's setting, we say dry dog story. Liberia, in terms of development, Liberia is not nowhere. So we are the oldest in Africa, but we are the least developed country in Africa. So these are some of the things. That's why I decided today for to discuss Liberia a little bit, because our country, this is our country, no matter what we do, can be in the diaspora, but we still deserve to be called Liberian because we were born in Liberia. So, Mr. Fulula, you being the sons of Nibakante and a son of Liberia. So the election is comes October 10, 2023. What is your take when it comes to these things when they say election is coming up and we have a lot of candidates that is in the race, even though I don't know the amount of parties that are qualified at this point, but I think we have the best four that we can talk of. That is the CDC, the equivalent political party. We have the Unity Party. We have CPP somewhere around there, and then we have ANC. So what is your take when it comes to the election comes October 10, 2023? Who do you think is going to be the victor when it comes to the election October 10, 2023?
The possibility right now we cannot. I would not be speaking of the victor as on the first round, but I would be thinking I'll be talking about the first two that have the chance to go for the runoff. So if the two merge, if any of the two party merge into the runoff, and then now we can now start talking about victors of the elections. Well, Liberia, like you said, is the oldest country in Africa, very small, and with a 5 million people, with surplus of resources, but yet we are the most poorest. According to the World Report, we are the third poorest nation in the world. A small country rich in a lot of natural resources, gold, diamond, timber, iron ore, oil, you name it all. But we are the third poorest nation in the world. These are things that are on the ballot right now in Liberia comes October 10. What makes us the third poorest nation with all the natural resources with a small handful of people in the country, 5 million. We live in the state of Indiana. We are way more than the people in Liberia. But um, so these things are on the ballot, my dear brother, and we are looking at our brothers and sisters on ground that have obtained their voter ID. First of all, people in Bon County, people in Nimba, and other county that voter registration is ongoing now. I want to say I know voter registration will be ending in Nimba County tomorrow, which is the 7th tomorrow, and I'm urging all those that have not obtained their voter ID to go ahead and get their voter IDs to secure their spot to vote comes October 10, because the future of the country is on the ballot. The change that we all, especially the younger generation, been longing for, because some of us have never seen peace in the country since we were born. We always been hearing that Liberia will be better. Liberia will be better, and we are not seeing the better Liberia yet. We are looking up to the better Liberia after October 10, 2023, and that better Liberia lies in the hands of our brothers and sisters on ground that will be voting.
Thank you very much, Mr. Volole. Thank you for propounding, giving some information. According to you, the population of Liberia is 5 million, and then he said comes the 7th, that's tomorrow, that will be Sunday. In Nimba County, they will be putting end to the voter registration. That means if you not register in Nimba County as of tomorrow, you won't be able to vote.
Yeah, the latest statistics I got that was on 2 days ago in Upper Nima. Upper Nima consists of, I think, six districts or 3 districts. Upper Nima consists of 3 districts, and that statistics was like 94,000 people registered to vote, which is the lowest ever in all other past elections that we are seeing so far. And that statistic came off 4 days ago, about 4 days to which will be tomorrow, for it to be for voter registration to be closed. So what we are hearing in Nimba County is a lot of the machines, especially in the populated districts and stuff, a lot of the machines, not working for people to go on there to register. And now it's a NAMI and so on. Last election, about 200 and some more people registered in Nimba County as whole, or 200 and some more thousand in Nimba County as whole voted or registered to vote last election. But this time, with just the number coming from Upper Nimba, it's very low. So that's one of the things that we are looking at.
So do you think what is it? Do you think in your opinion or in your own mind, you think what is the reason why is it that the people are not registering more?
One of the reasons that from the few research that we've been doing and the few analysis that we've been doing, a lot of trucking is going on. People are being taken from Nimba to Bum to vote, to register there. So a lot of voter trucking is going on in the county, and also a lot of trucking from various district to districts is going on as well. District 1, Ganta 4 in District 1 in Nimba County, and the District 1 is the lowest registered number of voters that are registered right now to vote in Nimba. Just considering Ganta alone, Ganta is a populated area, while District 1 is the lowest. That's the question that we've been raising out there.
Thank you very much. That's the son of Nimba County, the favorite son of Nimba County. The registration right now going on in Liberia, to be specific, Nimba County, the voter registration that is going on. There are a lot of people leaving the county, going to another county to go and register, because you think Mr. Volole, you think who is doing that? Is it the incumbent president that is trying to do that, taking the people from Nimba County because let's say the United Party, I have a vice president candidate from Nibakante, and you know that the voters, if these people register in Nibakante, it's going to make the United Party to get more voters in Nibakante. Do you think that's the reason why these people are leaving to go to Bonkante? Because they're the vice president for the CDC is from. So do you think that she's using her influence, or the president using some influence to evacuate those people from Nibakante, taking them to Bonkante to register them so that he can get the votes of the Nibanians?
I don't really know the intent, but whatsoever intent it is, my only thing I can tell my younger brothers and sisters who are being bought with small amount of money to leave their county or districts to be trucked to another county or another district to go and register to vote there is whenever you do such thing, the resources that is meant for your district, the kind of development that is meant for your district, you are taking that development and the resources away from your district and taking it to another district, because the more the more you leave your district to go to another district or county to vote, you giving the power to those districts and counties that you are going to vote. Because why? Those people, they might elect a good lawmaker or a good leaders there that will make things happen for them, and your district will be left with nothing and with poor decision or with poor leadership in your own district. And that's come down to the same crying we've been crying that, oh, this leader is not good. This leader is not good because what? He did not contribute to the election of a good leader in your district or county. That's why that's why you pay for, and that's why you get today. So these things we have to desist from it. No amount of money worth for your vote, because your vote is your future. 6 years is not a small years for you to just throw it away like that. Even with the senatorial position, 9 years is not a small years for you to just throw it away like that. So they say you go into another county to vote for senator there. That senator will not make a good change in your county, because what? The $10 or $5 they are giving you, that $5, that's what you get for the rest of the 9 year or 6 years. So these things, we need to put stop to it, and we need to speak to our people back there to put stop to those truckings around.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jan Volula. But Mr. Volula, you are preparing very well, but the number to call on OP table is 317-717-1162. The favorite song of Nibakante is propounding on OP table, discussing play-by-play description when it comes to the voter registration in Liberia. So, Mr. Volula, do you think that President George Weah is afraid that when all of these people register in Nibakante, you're going to be losing a seat? Do you think that's the reason why you're tracking them to Bonkante?
I really don't know if George Weah is the one, or CDC party is the one that doing the trucking. Like even in the various district and from District 1, which Ganta fall in District 1, people, lot of trucking from District 1 to District 5 in Nimakante. Even some of those trucking during few weeks ago, one other representative, which name I don't remember right now, what Representative Kennedy was trucking people from Ganta to District 5, and those people were on had an accident, and a pregnant woman that was in that truck that was being trucked from Ganta to that District 5, that pregnant woman died, in that process. So these things that's why we say, if she had not gotten on that truck to go for whatever money that she was paid to go and register in District 5, she was being alive today with a unborn baby that got killed on that truck. So these things, it come with a lot of consequences. So we have to put stop to that. Whether it is CDC, Unity Party, AMC, or CPP, whatever if people come to you to for you to, for them to truck you to another place to go register, that means they don't value you. They're not in your own interest. That means they're just looking for them to be elected, and they will forget about you because what, all the money they are spending to give you, to buying gas, providing car to truck you around, all those things, they're spending money on it. So when they get there, the first thing they will be focusing on for them to get back whatever money they have spent before they can even think of you.
Thank you very much, Nyan, and definitely the favorite song, Nibakante. And then we don't have the chairman today on the show. Chairman, wherever you are, you can call in. The number to call is 317-717-1162. Whoever want to call OP Table, this OP Table, you can call 317-717-1162. Avin Penner is watching. Avin Penner is watching from Liberia. Thank you very much, Avin Penner. We have Mr. Akoy. Mr. Akoy is watching. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.
Philip Logan is watching.
Philip Logan is watching also. Philip Logan is watching as well. Thank you, Philip Logan. This OP Table. Mr. Fulula. Looking at the issue right now in Liberia. So if election were held today, Mr. Fulula, who do you think are going to be the victor when it comes to the election October 10, 2023?
Well, for me,
we have the Cuban president, Mr. George Weah, George Upon Weah, and we have the leader of the United Party, wherein they chose their vice president candidate. It brought some chaos in the community and that of Liberia as a whole. And we have the CPP, we have the ANC, and all of these political parties in Liberia. So, who do you think, if election were held today, who do you think is going to be the victor? Who do you think is going to be the president for Liberia?
I would say ANC, not ANC, but CPP get a chance of standing tall in the elections. Because I know they are good decision makers on ANC, on the CPP ticket. Even though they are not choosing their candidate yet, their vice candidate yet, but the standard bearer is somebody that I believe in so much. If the Liberian people can just see the change that they are looking for in Mr. Edizana B. Cummings, it will be a better, Edizana B. Cummings will be a better candidate that can bring the change and that can set up a system that will work for the people instead of the people being a spectator and the people being, people being marginalized in their own economies and stuff. So this man have a track record that have, taken care of billions of, if not trillions of dollars around the world, and he has managed people of diverse background. He know how to take care of an economy that is very rich around the world and stuff. So he got a track record. So whatever our Liberians, our voters are thinking of, I think they should start looking towards CPP because CPP have the change that we are looking for.
Mr. Volula, I heard you saying the CPP, the standard bearer. You said that this man have a history of managing money, right?
People, not just money, managing people, managing economies. One of the largest corporate economists in the world, which is Coca-Cola Global. He was second man in control. If you can allow me, I will play something later on, but let's go ahead for you to listen.
Mr. Fulula, according to you, you said this man was a second man in command. Second man, he wasn't the first. Second man in command of a Coca-Cola. That's just a business, a company, right? Second man in command. Don't you think that politics is different from business? Mr. Fulula, are you there?
Politics. There is nothing. I don't see the difference between politics and business. I don't really see that wide gap between politics and business because politics is there to make the life of to manage the economies of the country. Politicians or president, if the president is there to manage the life and make life easy for the people that within the country for the citizen and manage the country economies, business tycoons, the Cummings, manage people and also make life easy for the workers within the business and stuff. So and they manage the business products or proceeds. They make the business to grow, or they have the influence to make the business to break down, or to make the business grow. Same as president. President have the look at what we are experiencing on the forwarding president today. The economy is down the drain. People cannot afford couple restaurant to provide for their family today. So that just like who where you work today. Let's say your manager is mismanaging a company. Will you still be working there? No, you will be fired, or you will be laid off, or the company will break down, or the company will close down. So all those things, I don't see the gap in politics and business. I don't really see that.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. John Florida. Thank you very much. And the number to call is 317-717-1162. The number to call again is 317-717-1162. Mr. Florida, but let me buttress what you just stated. Business and politics.
I'm not a businessman, so
There are two different things. Business and politics. The businessman want to maximize profit. If people are doing business, they're trying to generate funds, to make money, for the business or the organization. We're having a call from Mr. Hello, Mr. Gevler, pioneer of this community, Indiana. You are live at OP table.
Hello, Mr. Eswazi and co-host Jan Natev Vudule.
Thank you very much. Jan Natev Vudule. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I have a problem with you say there's no too much difference between number two man at the sugar factory and the country.
Go ahead.
Kwame should understand, when you understand that Kwame was number two man, he was like a messenger. All right?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Gevler.
He was not involved in too much corporate decision. All right? That is different, far different from becoming a president. The president, you are the alpha and you are the omega. All right? So, to say that they're not too much different, there's a big difference. A man becoming a corporate, we still have here, Donald Trump ran his apprentice the way he wanted to run it. He took that model to president and said, well, where are we today? Where did that take us? So it's going, if you do that kind of comparison, that's how the blow would be if you gave a country like that does not have a functioning system to a guy like the Comey. He will wreck it. All right? So I want the people listening to this open table today to set their mind, all right, on the guy who with 40-year experience in nation building, okay, not corporate building with a blueprint, okay. If I don't know how well you were working at his peak, all right. So whatever the case is, Liberian people, let's all look up to JNB, okay?
When you meet JNB, who are you referring to? The common man in Lofa County will not understand JNB.
Okay, the Gizi man from Yanumela and Solomba. There's a big city in Foya called Solomba. So that's the place Joseph Boca is from. So that was what Joseph Boca.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the voice of Anthony Gevler, the pioneer of this community, Mr. Anthony Gevler. Thank you very much.
Let me say something to that. Let me respond
to
Mr. Gevler. Mr. Gevler, you cannot compare Cummings with Trump. Trump, the American people, check Trump's record. The track record of Trump showed that every businesses that Trump had put his hand on, he went bankrupt. Check his track record. The track record of Trump, every businesses that Trump put his hand on, he went bankrupt. He filed for bankruptcy. Cummings, on the other hand, he succeeded and climbed the ladder on every business and step up the way. Every step along the way, he climbed the ladder. That's who Mr. Kumi is. So that type of man, you should know that he's a man with principle. He's a man that is disciplined in his doing. He's a man that is focused. When he focuses on things, he will make sure that he succeeds in it. So the comparison of Trump and Kumi is something that we should not even be talking about.
Thank you
Because
very much, Mr.
Trump
Fulula.
failed in every businesses he put his hand in.
Thank you,
He
Mr.
filed for
Fulula.
bankruptcy.
But Mr. Fulula, I know you are selling your candidate, Mr. Cummings, you are selling your candidate. But one thing, business is now politics. Politics is very different. We still have Anthony Gavlop. Anthony Gavlop, the pioneer of this community, you are living up the table.
Okay, look, this is it. Comey was a diversity cover-up. All right, what you understand is, Comey was a diversity cover-up. You have to say that corporate America, a white corporate America had a black person in there. And the only person they could put in there was Comey, who was big draving. Okay? Like a white man working with black girl. All right, so that's how Comey was, a diversity cover-up. So it was very easy to look at the Coca-Cola. But they just put in a sort of in the event of discriminatory lawsuit, they were showing that we got a black man here as a number 2 man. But he will not involved in any decision making. Okay? So we should not take that and run away that he was number 2 man to walk over. What was his record? How many corporate decisions did he make? All right? So let's look at that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anthony Gavlop, the pioneer of this community, he called twice to give his input to debunk Mr. Nyan Volula Opitebo, telling us business is not different from politics. You see, Mr. Volula, when we look at leadership, being second person in command is different. For a typical example, I don't want to dive into the issue when it comes to our local politics in this community with that of our president and then the vice president. You can see, I can give you an example. But I don't want to come down to the community. I want to remain up there discussing national issue, because I believe when we discuss a national issue, it will resonate in the ears of the people, the ear of the voters in Liberia, and then the change is going to come to Liberia. But Mr. Volula, anyway, that's your opinion to say that Cummings is the rightful president for our the coming election, October 10, 2023. But other people may differ with you because they will say, George, we are the incumbent president, should remain in power. Other person will say Joseph Boakai should be the next president, and somebody will say your Cummings will be the next president. So everybody have their political view, and until we can go to the poll on October 10, 2023 to see who's going to be the victor when it comes to the election in Liberia. So, Mr. Volula.
Yes.
I know very well you have been following Liberian politics because time is fast spent. So we are going to election comes October 10, 2023. And since Liberia is the oldest country in Africa, followed by Ethiopia, we gained our independence since 1847. No, we did not gain independence. I'm sorry, my audience. We declared independence in Liberia 1847. We Liberian people declare independence. We declare independence in Liberia because of some little thing that was happening from Great Britain and France was encroaching on the territory of Liberia in West Africa. And we were at the time we were controlled by the United States of America because the slaves that came from America, they went to Liberia, they took them to Liberia. We were funded since 1822, and then we were dealing with the colonization process where it was called the American Colonization Society, the ACS. The ACS were taking care of Liberia, and then later on, somewhere back, they decided to form to have a governor wherein they were dealing with the system called the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth of Liberia. If you read a little history, it will tell you about the Commonwealth of Liberia from there, where they had it. the governor was taking care of Liberia as right now that we got a president. Those days to be governor. And then comes 1847, we decided to declare independence because we felt that Great Britain and France were encroaching on our territory due to the Little Band affair in Liberia. We decided to declare independence. Since then, our first election was held September 27, 1847, with the first president being Joseph Jenkins Robert. Since then, up to now, we have the current president is Mr. George Oppong Weah. So what is your take since Joseph Jenkins Robert's days to the days of George Weah, the incumbent president of the Republic? Who can you refer to as the best president Liberia ever produced, Mr. Vulule?
Before I go to that question, let me make some clarities here on the previous topic. Cummings was executive vice president and chief administrative officer of Coca-Cola Company with consolidated oversight of key global corporate functions, including strategic planning, human resources, legal, information technology, strategic security, sustainability, and the technical function, including research and development, innovation, quality and procurement, and manufacturing, etc. Right? So this kind of man, that means Cummings have an oversight of what brings success to the business. So Cummings was the key player of the company being successful worldwide in all 200 countries around the globe. So this kind of man, for you to bring this kind of man in a small system like Liberia, because the system the man was managing is way bigger than the system that Liberia have today. In a small country like Liberia, and you say this man will not succeed, that's a myth. We should not be thinking in that line. I think we are missing the mark here. The mark here is for us to look at the change at hand, for us to work towards the change at hand, because while we have cried for change for so long and it's before us, but we are closing our eyes on the change today. So I just want to bring that up.
Thank you, Vulule.
Yeah, but to your question, who is Liberia's best president? Who has been since 1847 to George Weah time?
Yeah.
I would say Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, because I know some people don't want to hear that from me. This woman, honor her redeem, Liberia maintain peace. She brings some set of security, peace and security into the country. She maintained that peace and security, honor her redeem. Liberia was able to, the war was able to waive Liberia debt, over billions of dollar debt. Like the war was able to waive Liberia debt. And honor her redeem, there was free freedom of speech in the country. Honor her redeem. Today, we are maintaining our peace because of the foundation she laid down in the country. That's why we are, even though the country is not at to the place that we want to see, even though she was not 100% of what we expected her to do, but for just maintaining peace, that Liberians, they go to bed and don't worry about gunfiring in their ears or running away to another country or to the various villages. I would say Ellen, in that line.
So, Mr. Florida, I heard you saying Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is the best president that Liberia ever produced. Other people would differ with you because Madam Sirleaf.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's the opinion. I said other may differ with you, but in a way, Mr. Florida is on the phone. I mean, it's on open table. The number to call is 317-717-1162. The number to call is 317-717-1162. If you are in Liberia and you don't have means of calling our number, you can call on Facebook or you can call Nyan Vulule. If you got Nyan Vulule account, you can call Nyan Vulule account and Nyan Vulule going to pull you on. And wherever you are, you can call open table Open Table going to put you on. You don't have to call only the number. If you are in Liberia, let's say you are in Nibakante, you can call Mr. Volula. You can call Mr. Volula account. We are here. We'll be able to help you to discuss the issue. But Mr. Volula, I think other people may differ with you. And if you are who here, will tell you that I don't think Madam Salif administration was the best administration ever in Liberia. But that's your opinion. But I will tell you my opinion. I would say Samuel Kanyadoro administration was the best administration in Liberia. It's debatable. You know, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. Because I understand that during Dole regime, everything was happening for the Liberian in Liberia. Everything that was happening, it was in Liberia and it was happening for Liberians. Look, you did mention about Madam Salif. He said there was no war. But then, let's say, during Dole regime from the beginning, there was no war. But because Madam Salif felt disenchanted, who brought a war? That's the question we should be asking. The lady said, if I can be the president, then there will be no peace. Break the mansion, I will beat it in 3 days. The mansion got burned. What did she do? She ran away from the mansion. She went to foreign affairs. Mr. Volula, Madam Salif administration was not the best administration in Liberia. I was there during the first term of Madam Salif.
My argument is based on the peace that we are enjoying today.
But listen.
Because growing up,
I
I did not see peace in Liberia. We were from one village to another. We were from one country to another because of the insecurity that was in the country. So now that we are in stable peace, you know, that people can talk freely, nothing can happen to people. That when not wake up so morning, we hear that war is closer to you. You have to run to the other place. For that reason, I graduated from high school at the age of 23. At the age of 23, because we were from one place to another. We're not stable. You see that?
Okay. Well,
so
Mr.
I would say my argument is based on the stability that we are enjoying today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fuller. To a point, there's an issue. But who make you to run from place to place? It's the same as a belief that her influence make you to migrate from one village to another, from one town to another, from one room to another room. Her influence make you to do that. But when she became president in Liberia, they said stability of peace, because there was no outside force to fight you to move from this village to another village. Do you know that Madam Salif is not free of the war in Liberia? That's one of the things you understand. Since she became president, have you heard of a war in Liberia? No. Nobody will go fight war in Liberia. If Madam Salif has still been in exile, you now become president. My brother, you will enjoy the presidency. That's what happened with Charles Taylor. When Charles Taylor was the president, what happened? Every time people go to war, every time there was war. We have Anthony Gavler on the phone. Hello, pioneer of this community, Anthony Gavler. You are live on Open Table.
Okay. I'm here to make some contribution to what the question you asked me about. That's the answer here gave that Henry is the best president that we ever had. Okay.
Honorable Chairman is back. Honorable Chairman, how you doing, sir? I think it's Alassane Junior. The Chairman is back.
Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, look. Whoever the researcher from Great Britain that named Henry as the best president of the bureau, you have to understand, Henry came during wartime. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's telling that researcher, when they use that, they always use the bureau. Remember that they always use the bureau as a case study. All right?
Yeah.
Their finding was based to say, like, she's the first female African president. Maybe when we keep promoting her, and we put other people to work, and we respect women rights. But on the other hand, what did we see? What was the ratio of women involved in government? All right? What was the involvement? Very minimal. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, what did she say? On biggest challenge was corruption was on the free was running about 95 miles per hour. We are taking to 100 miles per hour.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
The way the death, but when she left, the density was even higher than what almost as high as it was when she got there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what would that make her the best? It was a creation today that looking at her She had been iron lady. She was other trouble. King will do, survive, when King by, maybe based on the toughness, she will do the best. She would have been the best if Liberia had not gone to war and destroy all of the infrastructure that Turnbull and Turnbull president before her built. Okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
But when she got there, everything was damaged, so she did not get a time to face any. For 12 years, she did not face any. All right? So
Yeah.
I can't blame her to be the best. She will ride on people. And since she was part of the gang that destroyed it, she was able to rebuild them. So that was a case study review that you are basing your fight on. Yeah.
Thank you.
But
Thank you very much.
If I had to do it, I would need Turnbull. All right?
So your pick, you're gonna pick William Aratoba Jr.
Yes, the best educated president. Okay, and the man who knew how to transform businesses.
So, Mr. Pania, are you basing your best president based on education?
Well, listen to this. That could be one, and the man he was hands on. All right, the man who got there and said there was no time to work. When you went the next time, you will be too cocky. All right, but short sleeve. People involved for higher hype. We need everybody getting involved for higher return. Okay? The man who able to connect more local roads, pave them.
Was he the one that brought a theory from Mato Mattress?
Yes.
Thank
So this is the guy. All right? He was a talk-to-do guy. He was a talk-and-do guy. All right? Everybody had their shortcomings, but Turnbull opened the eyes of the Liberian people. Turnbull started and said Turnbull was the vice president of Turnbull. He learned from Turnbull, and when he got there, that's what Turnbull coming to have done. Learn from the old man. All right? That our kids, they learn from us. If you take the kids out to fishing, he know how to fish. When you are not there, you say, oh, that is how you should do.
So Pania.
Yeah.
You said this man learned from William Shebra Tubman. So why is it William Shebra Tubman is not your pick, and you are picking William Aratoba?
Okay, because the reason I'm picking William Aratoba was all that Tubman was doing was okay, but he was not complete. But he came and he did not change it. All the other president will come and say, "Oh, what my predecessor did, I'm going to change it to this one." He followed straight through. Okay, if you follow the trend of Liberian presidents, when they get the power, whatever their predecessor will do this or that, I will leave this. That's the reason after the death of Turnbull.
I have a question for Mr. Gayflow.
Yeah, Mr. Gavler, let me ask my last question, and then Vurila going to ask you a question. So, if you said Mr. William Aratoba Jr. was the best president of Liberia, why was he assassinated if he was the best?
The assassination of Turnbull was being driven by greed. All right? Was it there? And one of the people that killed Turnbull, you know that. How many local was around there? Okay? There are too many that causes him making talking on. But history will tell that will not do his gang of Nimbani and Granjino that killed Turnbull. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So they came because of greed. Martin Luther King. I mean, you can develop a problem for who got assassinated because of their power.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Vurila, go ahead and ask Mr. Pania your question.
Yeah, Mr. Pania, Anthony Gayflow, you said Ellen brought some level of freedom within the Liberian politics and in Liberia and Africa or the world at large, right? Because of Ellen today, females are free to participate in politics and hold leadership position in the country. You know, because of Ellen today, you're talking about roads from Ganta to all the way Guinea border. We say from Red Light all the way to Guinea border in Nimba were paved. Because of Ellen today, Buchanan Road was paved. Buchanan from ERW all the way to Buchanan, it was paved. So is that not enough? Peace was maintained, and the freedom of speech today that we are enjoying, you know, it also brought about the foundation of freedom of speech Kimbaba because of Ellen as well. On Ellen, we enjoy freedom of speech. Costa net today, and other Koji net today, they are alive because of the freedom of speech. Is that not enough for us to say Ellen brought a lot to the political arena in
Thank you.
Liberia?
Mr. Partner, did you hear the question?
Yeah, hey, listen to this. It was Honorable. The first female ministers were appointed. Chinua and Henry Johnson. Okay, Honorable. So Toba is remember that. Emily Kanakai and no, Chinua, yeah. Chinua, Florence Chinua and Henry Johnson were the first female minister ever in the bureau. All right? And the road to became that were already paid from EAWA further down to Rafi before Henry took up for wherever it was. We're not talking about paving road. All right?
I'm talking about the stability. I said my argument is based on stability.
How
in
you
the country.
People life. All right? On the top that coffee and cocoa kinto borera faster and will ship out.
You can only maintain the coffee and cocoa when you have peace. When you have peace in the country. You can maintain the coffee and cocoa when all the coffee and cocoa when you have peace.
Thank you, Pania. We have all the caller on the line. Pania, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your input. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, thank you for joining us. You're looking sleepy. What's going on with you? Get some coffee. We're rolling the ball here today. We're not joking. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
No, I'm not. I'm not sleepy. I was working on my internet, and I was working on my software. Well, it's a good thing to be.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The president of this community, Julius Parker, is on the phone. Hello, Mr. President. You are welcome up the table.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I just joined in and I followed the conversation, and I heard you guys talking about who's the best president, and I think when you ask the question, who's the best president Liberia has ever had, that question, the person who's going to answer the question, that question is actually relative because although, for example, Julius Parker, I don't necessarily agree with the current president. I do not agree with his policies. But if he asks somebody else, that person will say George Weah is the best president. And so that question is very relative. I grew up in the 70s. I was born in the 70s. And I grew up under the administration of William R. Talbot. And I can say William R. Talbot is the best president because I saw what he did. And at the time, I enjoyed the country. My dad left the country when Simon Doe took over. Okay? And since then, my dad did not go back to Liberia until he passed. And so, but other people will say Doe is the best president. So I think what we should be focused on right now is the future. Talking about, now we have elections coming up in October this year. We should be focused on the next president because we have seen all of us on this panel today believe, and I know that we are all in agreement that Liberia needs a different direction. We need a president who will change the trajectory of what is occurring or what is going on in the country right now. Okay, because evidently George Weah is not doing what we all expected. I did not support George Weah from the beginning. For some of you who know that I've always been a supporter of ANC, Mr. Alexander Cummings. I was the coordinator, ANC Midwest coordinator for the state of Indiana. And we brought Alexander Cummings to Indiana. So you all know. I'm not hiding that because, and I believe that Alexander Cummings offers the best alternative to the future of Liberia.
That's why I support you, Mr.
You know,
President.
this is what we should all be talking about. Who is the best person, who is better equipped, who is better competent and qualified to lead our country for the next 6 years or so. And I do believe, honestly, that Mr. Alexander Cummings offers that alternative. He has the total package. Based on his experience, I follow this man, his corporate experience. Nobody can question that. And so he brings the total package to delivering Liberia out of the poverty, out of the quagmire that everyone in Liberia is going through right now. So that is what we should be talking about, but not who is the best, who's been the best person. That's history. If you ask me, I would say William Aratobo. If you ask somebody else, they will say Samuel Doe. If you ask somebody else, they may say Charles Taylor. If you ask somebody else, they may say Ellen Johnson Sirleaf or George Weah. So that's history. We should not. I don't think we should be dwelling on who's the best president, but who is better prepared to lead our country in a better direction for the next 6 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was the voice of the president, the powerful man in this community, Mr. Julius Parker, president of this community, LAR. Mr. Chairman.
So we are on the topic of who's the best president of.
The best president Liberia ever had. Since Jinky Rabbi administration to the big boy, George Weah.
So who you said was the best president? Who you said was?
I said doing Doe administration. I think Doe was the best president that Liberia ever had, because I know that doing Doe administration, there were a lot of good things happening for the Liberian people. And Mr. Vulule picked Madam Sirleaf, who destabilized our country as the best president of the country. And Mr. Gavler picked William Aratobo Jr. and the president of this committee picked William Aratobo Jr. Who is the best president that you think Liberia ever had, Mr. Chairman?
Well, for me, not that I was born during the time of William Aratobo, but I'm a student of history and student of politics.
Yeah.
So, in that regard, I will go with William Aratobo for a few reasons.
Yeah. It
was during the regime of Tobo. First of all, Tobo was a brilliant man, well outspoken.
Yeah.
Tobo was the first African to become president of the World Baptist Alliance. That's by stretch. That's something big. I'm talking about the World Baptist Alliance, because they have Baptist churches all around Africa. He was the first to become president of the World Baptist Alliance. So that in itself is something that you have to look at the man, that he was brilliant, a very good public speaker. However, he did some things we can clap for. First of all, Tobo had this thing that he brought the native, like we say, the country people. He brought the country people into power, right? So Tobo started to include the country people into power, because Tobo could speak indigenous language. He was the second president since Stephen Addy Benson that could speak native language. Tobo could speak Pele. So Tobo could speak Pele because his father could speak Pele. So he started to include the native, and that was something that frowned on the West was frowning on the face of the West, because especially the American Liberians, they thought that he was allowing the country boys to enter the kitchen, because the country boys started to come closer to politics and come to power. Not just the country boys, the country girls, like the previous caller said, few female girl position on Tobo, which of course that was something that was forward thinking, because he started to give women job as well. And then he started to do other things when it comes to the economy, like making sure Firestone, rubber plantation, Firestone, and other plantation, that they paid their back taxes. For so long, Firestone operating in Liberia without paying taxes. Tobo allowed Firestone to pay back taxes, and things started to look upward. It was upward trending and that made the West to get mad. Not just the West, but again the Americo-Liberians, because the natives started to get involved. But some of his downfall came from the fact that he started to open arms to so many people. He was not just focusing on America. He started to open a relationship with Cuba, started to open relationship with Libya, started to open relationship with all other countries, and that for something, if someone is a good student of politics, America is very jealous. You know America wants you to focus on them and for you to respect them always. So that was some of the things that led to his downfall. So for
Thank
me, I
you.
keep talking about as
Thank you very much, Chairman. Your point is well taken. It's well taken. It resonates very well because McIntyre. That's why he was taken down. I think we're having a call. Hold on 1 minute. Hello? Are you calling open table?
yes.
Come again. Hello?
So in that regard, yeah, I understand your point about Ellen.
Okay.
That was an important point about Ellen.
Hello, you are live on open table. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Kim Batu, and I'm calling from Indiana.
Thank you very much. You are live on open table.
Okay. Talking about the best president of Liberia, I will choose.
Your background is a little bit noisy. Can you
You can mute the show.
Let me get away.
You have to mute the show and talk to the phone.
Yes, you're gonna get away from the show.
Okay. Is it okay?
No.
It's not too good yet. A little more.
I'm far away from where the noise was.
Okay, that's
Go
fine.
ahead now. It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Let me tell you guys. You see, within our Tolbert, within our Tolbert, the road connectivity of Liberia was done. We had a paved road. He paved the road from Monrovia to Nimba. From Monrovia to Cape Mount, to Bowman, to Ikiana, and leading forward. All right? And besides that, this is a man, this was the president that was down to earth, as it was that when the old man passed, and he being the vice president, was not in Monrovia, and he was on his farm in Bone County. And when they grabbed him in the suit that he was in, that he made total involvement for higher heights. That was that short sleeve suit. That we used to call it the VAR suit that he was in. He changed it to total involvement for higher heights. Because it was the suit that he was in when they went and he took him from this farm and carried him to be installed as the president of the nation called Liberia. And on Tolbert, we have businesses all over the country. On Tolbert, you could carry a 50 cents in the market and you will buy a whole household meal to go and prepare. Yes. And if you were having guests and you want to prepare a very good meal for you, for your family and the guest that is coming, you can spend less than $5. You could take $150 to the market and you will buy whatever you wanted to buy to cook. We never had no stress. It was on Tolbert that the Great Unity Conference Center was built. it was under Talbot that businesses started to spread. Liberian people were in business. Under Talbot. Under Talbot, we could buy lava for 35 cents. I said that all. 35 cents.
Wow.
When Christmas come in, we used to have the song we sing. Buy your lava 30 cents. Christmas coming back. We used to sing it. So, to me, whoever president came in, because Talbot, he learned from Tottenham. Talbot learned from Tottenham. And he carried on Tottenham or ideology and even improved on it. So, talk about the best president, I would take Talbot.
Thank you.
But when it comes to keeping the sovereignty of Nigeria, I would take Chancellor.
Come again with that.
When it comes to keeping the sovereignty, upholding the sovereignty of Nigeria, I will hold Chancellor.
Okay.
Thank you.
You see, Mr. President Julius Parker just said it. For me, I saw real Liberia honor Ellie.
Thank you very much. That voice is very powerful.
When it comes to keeping the sovereignty, and she got a point with Chancellor. Look, you see, Liberian, we can understand some level of, I don't want to say arrogance or maybe violence, because when Chancellor used to speak, people used to run away. And that's the thing about Liberia. You cannot hold us with baby hand, and it's not going to work. And Chancellor was very forceful. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I said Maurice Goa is calling. Maurice Goa is calling. Hello, Maurice Goa.
How you doing, man?
Maurice Goa, you love open table. Just open table. Maurice Goa, you love open table.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to be on live on Open Table.
Thank you very much.
How you doing?
We are doing very good.
Yeah, I'm monitoring the show. I was there. You can keep working on the platform. That is a good thing. And I keep hearing that the topic on the discussion is who the best person of
Liberia ever produced.
Yeah, you see, Liberia problem is very complicated. When we're discussing the best president for now, I can say the best president is yet to come. But in the discussion right now, I would say I would take Ellie.
Ellen.
And I come to lay a basic reason why I would take Ellie.
Go ahead.
You know, in our generation, I'm not talking about the past, you know, can live, you know, you got to sit down the old map before you buy the new one. Based on our history, and we understand that Ellie came and began to open our eyes to democracy. Liberia now knew the meaning of democracy. Ellie came and began to open our eyes to democracy. People begin to have freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and what of you, and etc. But at the end of the day, should blunder us second term. You see, Liberia problem is, as I said, the best president yet to come. Because based on Liberia's system, you only have a best president based on the past president. What the past president will do, the current president will sit down and begin to make it better. When the past president makes things ugly, the current president comes before he can face it, and before making your legacy will be a delay in your progress. Because right now people will say Joe, we are well, I don't want to call Joe, we are because Joe, we are adding live basic. Joe, we are just here to come and begin very humble and be Eddie sheep. But any day disgrace Eddie. But Eddie set a foundation for Liberia. The foundation was international connection. The international connection was democracy and freedom. To have your free speech, to have your right. Liberia no knew anything about right. Liberia no knew talk about human fundamental right, human freedom expression. Nobody knew these things. Well, anytime before we begin to notice it, you say development, you say other stuff. But if you must say don't have our free speech, if you must say don't have our freedom, you must say don't have our right, all these things is just of flamboyance. So, in my saying, I will say Ellen did well, but I cannot say Labrador our best president because all the other president was flamboyant. It all set no foundation for Labrador that today, generation upon generation can come and say that against. And unfortunately, Labrador have more things to experience. Even Joe, where go. Jesus Boaka count or Kumi count will be a big challenge because the system is not set up. So long the system is not set up that people will come and follow and begin to make progress gradually because it is a gradual process. Generation come, generation go. So long that system is set up that people will come and follow, you cannot have a best president for Liberia. You only have people that will come and try, that will say, okay, this person can take the person that, that try team or whatever. But for now, in my conclusion, I will take Eddie.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, do you have any question for Mr. Goa?
I really don't have a question for him. I mean,
Mr. Volula.
I don't.
The man on my side. The man on my side. The man on my side. That today, Mr. Goa and myself agree.
Even though I do not agree with the man,
to make a be on your side, or we see the reality, we see the truth, and begin to follow. We not just follow.
All right, no politics in that one, Mr. Goa. That move.
Even though
all right, Mr. Goa, thank you for calling Open Table. Thank you very much.
I do not agree with that take that Eddie. I mean, look, Eddie is, in my opinion, and this is my opinion. I really don't like to speak on Eddie enough because sometimes I become a little bit too emotional and angry about the situation. Liberia, we had our chances on Eddie. Eddie was well supported. The international community she was the darling girl of the West, and she squandered opportunity. Joseph Boyka said they squandered opportunity, a lot of opportunity. And I believe that Eddie is the single most dangerous person in our politics, that wherever Eddie is there to serve for interest. You can go ahead and take the call.
Hello, Mr. Che. This Jeremiah Che, long Open Table.
Good afternoon, Open Table. Good afternoon,
Afternoon, Mr. Che.
Yeah, I called to join in the discussion relative to the best president our country has ever had. But my views on said topic is this.
Mm-hmm.
Liberia, like all other countries, there's no ratings for who's the best, who's the worst. But there are also impacts that those leaders that have served left on the lives of people, because it's generational. It all depends on the era, how you elevated the economy. What are those landmarks that you left behind? All these things. Some people, like, I don't want to sound so familiar with the previous callers, but there will never be a best president ever in the history of the world. Because what would you say about those guys who brought about the establishment of being independent? Well, our forefathers. What would you say about all those numerous buildings we have in Liberia? It was during certain presidents that these things were erected. And up to the time of this corrupt regime that we have now, he has all his flaws. No one actually supports what he does, but at the end of the day, he signed into law the Abdullah Kamara Act for Freedom of Speech. That had been on the desk of President Sirleaf for so long, for 12 years. She never signed it. She brought about it, but she never signed it because she knew that signing that would have resulted into a lot of free speech, and people would be saying all these things that were on the desk until this guy came in and he signed it. That's one of the things that he did during his tenure now.
Don't say this guy. Call the president name, please.
This guy? Who do you mean this guy?
Who call the president name? Call my cousin Weah name.
I don't know. I say you tell me. Who is this guy?
President George Manning Weah.
President Weah.
Oh, President Weah. Thank you very much. President Weah.
Yeah, President Weah.
And like I've been saying all the time, all the presidents come and go. Who's expected to be president? Who the Liberian people will say yea to or nay to? At the end of the day, how you will impact the lives of your citizens. And I heard the previous caller, the female, she said people bought things for 30 cents, so time, but during that other president's era.
Yeah.
Now, during those days too, there were people in the hinterland that never had access, and still today don't have access to meaningful things. And if these people did so well for the country, how then we don't have roads going to Bapu? How then we don't have roads going all the way to Maryland? Other people will come and plot on the map that other people left on pre-existing conditions. How about the health care? Our people those days used to get in hammock to go and take treatment somewhere in a village, somewhere down the line. People drinking clean water from the town. Some of them knew themselves up to now. They don't even know what a bottled water is or pipe-borne water is. So our lives have not been transformed. I take you back to 2020 or like 2016 when Obama was leaving. Everybody was feeling bad. Oh, Obama did this, that. He had a plus and minuses. Now Trump came. He elevated certain things to a certain level, and other people didn't like it. Now he's gone. Biden's doing his own thing, and he will leave one day. At the end of the day, you will only have the rating aspect who the larger society was impacted and how it was impacted by these presidencies. So for me, there will never be a best president because on the other side of the aisle, people will always be angry and agitated because it's not my guy. I'm not with this roller coaster. So for my own thinking, I think if you impact significantly the lives of your people, that they can remember, that their generation can remember to tell other generations to come, I think that would be a place that you would sit down in your corner and say, oh yeah, we did this. Because there are a whole lot of factors that come into play when it comes to rating people. Some people, even a Great Biden, other U.S. president will count 40% rating on how you handle this, how you tackle this. How about education? Who's tackling education since the Thomas era? How about the other president who's made 27 years in power?
William Tubman.
Hello, Tubman. The executive mansion, when was it built? Oh, the Freeport of Monrovia, when did it open? The Ministry of Defense, the stadium, all these things coming to add bits and pieces to the legacy of the people, the safety and security of the country. So when you put all these things in a nutshell, you say, okay, this guy did that and this guy did that. But still, it doesn't quantify you to be the best. So there will never be a best.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Chair, you want to stay around? So maybe the chairman, Mr. Vulula, want to ask you a question. Mr. Chairman, do you have a question from Mr. Vulula? For Mr. Chair?
No, I really don't have a question. I really think he spoke his mouth. But I wanted to point one thing while he's on the line. I mean, when we talk about who's the best president, we are talking about tangibles. We are talking about deliverables. We are talking about how the masses or the population or how they praise or they accept the leadership of that certain individual. And I'm quite sure that those who live under Turbo time, they call on the phone and they spoke about Turbo. So I think that's a lot of things they have to say about Turbo. And like you said, some people will say alien. So again, it's all opinionated. This is not something factual.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much, Chairman. Mr. Vulula.
Mr. Sele, let me just do a quick analysis again. For instance,
Mr. Chair, we'll give you 30 seconds.
Yeah, for instance, Obama had the Obamacare, or the other guy came in, he tried to remove that thing. And that's the legacy of the former president. So you see how these things work? If it's not in your favor, somebody will kind of uproot your legacy simply because it doesn't fly with their own opinions or the narratives of the day. So thank you again.
Thank you very much. That was the voice of Mr. Vulula. You got a question for him?
No.
That was the voice of Jeremiah Che, the IRC chair of this committee, Jeremiah Che. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, what you got? What is your input when it comes to these things? Because time is fast spent. The time is 3:37, and we have been here since 14 minutes past 2. But we are still here anyway, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I learned that you guys touched on some topic. I hear people see in the live feed and commenting about AAC is the way forward, and I heard some. I'm reading some of the comments. This is interesting. The thing about comments is his support is overseas and they are not voting. That's
That's why I don't even know about the whole discussion.
Cummins is,
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Cummins is winning the diaspora vote by a lot.
You know how many people have traveled right now that on ground
Mr. Fulula, where's the voting card? Let me see your registration card.
No, I say you know how many people on ground right now. You know how many people on ground right now.
Chairman, do you have a voter registration card?
The thing about Cummins is, if we're talking about diaspora Liberians, Cummins will win overwhelmingly.
Yes, that's true.
I want to tell you, look, they love the man, and the man is having problems, a lot of problems. For over 5 years, and since 2017, they are still not relating to the common people. They are not doing politics the right way. I think it's about time Cummins changed the people around him. He overhauled his team and he tried to make noise for the next month. I mean, some of the rumors around him, they are looking forward. I'm looking forward to them. I mean, it's looking interesting. When I say things like this, I'm talking about, again, I will repeat what I repeat last time, that the only way forward for Cummins this October is Cummins got to go with Yombly or Tiagonglo. That's the two options, nothing else. They cannot get this wrong. That's the two options they got to go with, is Yombly or Tiagonglo. That's the only way they're going to shake the needle, move the needle a little bit. Now, then they got to change things. They got to change the way they do politics. Look, they should stop allowing Cummins to wear jeans and long sleeves, business casual, going to talk to people, Yanam boss. They cannot relate to Cummins like that. You gotta dress like, put on some t-shirt. Come down to the people. Come down to that level. Like, the people that are going to vote you, they are common people. They are struggling people. They are people that are struggling. If you go around them and you create some level of fear or classism and elitism around them, like, they cannot relate to you. You gotta be relatable as a politician. That's what he's not doing, and that's what the people around there are not doing. And for Omen Boekapa, the only thing is that they just because respect, yeah? They just respect the Omen. Liberia let to respect other people because Boekapa get nothing to offer.
Thank you very much. Mr. Nyan Fulula, do you want to bring someone to comment on the screen so that people can see some of the people are making comment? What is the status? ANC Indianapolis, that's Anthony Gavler. We have Mr. Chie, Jeremiah Chie. Yeah, we vote in studio. Thank you very much. That's one for Chie. Mr. Anthony gave us the pioneer of this community. He said, Omen Boakah, Liberia, best choice. And we have the president, Julius Parker. He said, ANC, all the way. We have Isabella Dalicia Namwe, who says that where's Mr. Joseph? And then we come back again to Mr. Chie, the RSC chairman. He said the best is yet to come. That means the best person is yet to come. Isabella Namwe again talking about Cummins is the only one that can deliver Liberia today. Yes?
Well,
that's a comment section. And we have any other thing. If we did not read your comment, we are sorry. We got another one again. Kaba Loco was total involvement for higher height, bringing the country from man to mattress. Isabella Dalicia Namwe. That's the we come again to the president, Mr. President Julius Parker. Mr. President was asking for the number. Thank you, OP Table, for elevating the discussion. Should be discussion. I'm watching something like that.
No, it's
Mr. President. Hello? Okay, people saying William Robert Jr. was the best president. Other people are saying that. Anyway, this is a gentleman, Mr. Chairman, Nyan Fulula. We are in studio. This is OP Table. This is OP Table. This is OP Table. Mr. Fulula.
Yes.
You have been so quiet. What's going on? Are you good?
What's going on is I will tell you, Mr. Cummins have a better chance. They saying that Mr. Cummins cannot relate to the people. He can go choke neck check to talk to the people. I would say it's a blatant lie. Mr. Cummins always in a t-shirt, always in just a button-up shirt, no coat on top of it and walking. to the people. Whenever he's somewhere, he always walking with the people. He's not in your car and stuff. So Mr. Kumi been relating to the people, and I will tell you, this election, it will show to people that some people don't just come up and just talk blah blah blah. They know they are resolved. They're waiting for that date, October the 10th. This year, Liberian will speak, and they will speak clearly for the world to see it. They will speak clearly for the world to hear, and the result of the election will show to people that not much Liberian can just talk, but they know who they're voting for. We have quiet voters who are just sitting out there and just waiting to cast their vote to just put Mr. Kumi in, the fixer, to come and fix things around here for us. Fixer 1 and Fixer 2 will soon be announced.
The fixer, they may get a new name. The fixer.
We have a call on the line. Mr. Chair, you got 1 minute. We're about to close. Mr. Chair, you got 1 minute on the table. Jeremiah Chair, we got to call him.
Shout out, while Jeremiah Chair coming on, shout out to the First Lady, Mr. Sodin Parker. Shout out to you, there. You are watching.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging.
I was trying to call Jeremiah Chair back. Jeremiah Chair will try to call you back, but I don't know what's going on, Mr. Chair.
Didier said he can win election against Kumi. Then go run. Didier, he can win election against Kumi. No problem.
Bernice Alpha. I think Bernice Alpha want to say something. Let me try to put Miss Bernice Alpha on. Even though we're not discussing the community, but Bernice Alpha want to say something.
Oh yes.
Didier saying you win election. Oh my goodness.
Hello, Miss Bernice Alpha, the youth chair of this community. How you doing, Madam Bernice Alpha?
I'm doing fine. How are you guys doing today?
We are doing very good.
Okay, thanks for calling me. I just wanted to announce on you guys' show, since your audience can also be aware that we are looking for ladies to come out to join our kickball team that we're trying to form. We're trying to form 2 teams, so we need 24 total ladies. And right now I have 11 people, so I need people to start calling in and signing up, please, so we can get this thing going, because we're trying to have a game, our first game on June 24th.
June 24th.
So, yes.
Thank you very much. Yanfura, do you want to buttress this announcement?
Yes. I want to say to all of our ladies out there, this will serve as bringing our women together in this place, in our community, because I can see the excitement in a lot of women that have seen this the flyer so far. I can see that excitement. I can rest assured you that it will be well attended. We'll continue to advertise it. It will be well attended. So we'll continue to reach out to people. Let all of us put our hand there, continue to reach out to people that have not seen the flyer, to sign up, to go out there and have fun.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman,
yeah.
What is your take on this? They're having a ladies game going to be on the 24th of 2023, June 2023. June 24th, 2023, they're going to have a kickball game in this community. The ladies going to be there kicking left to right. Are you going to be there on that day, Mr. Chairman?
If I'll be there on that date, I'm not sure I'll be there on that date. I will have to check my schedule, but it's a good thing that the ladies, they will be having a team. First and foremost, it's exercise. We are all working. We are too busy. It's good for us to go out there, exercise. I know some people that can play good kickball in the community. I'm talking about the Liberian community of Indianapolis. I know Sabah can kick well. I know few people can play good. I know how they call her. Massa can play sometimes as well. Yeah, they got some people that can play kickball. They got other people that can play kickball. But it's a good thing. It's a good exercise. People will be out there. So we'll go out there and go see it. We try to cheer and support them. People should really stand up. This is not like a professional something or whatsoever. They will not be asking you too much. It's good for you to run around sometime outside. It's for your health as well.
Thank you very much, Miss Bernie Alpha. Comes June 24th, 2023. There will be a keyboard game in this community. Everybody gonna enjoy themselves. All ladies, we are asking all the ladies in this community to go and register. We have 11 people already. I think they're looking for like probably 22. Is it 22?
24.
24. Okay. We're looking for 24. We already got 11 ladies. Oh my goodness, I will be there. I will be there on the field with my family. We got to see the Pope play. Maybe my wife will be playing too. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Jan Volule is Jennifer going to play?
Yeah, and I want to say,
Jan Volule, is Jennifer going to play?
Jennifer definitely going to sign up. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Definitely going to sign up. Y'all will see. The MVP. The MVP will come from my house. The MVP will come from my house. I will tell you that.
No, it will come from right here. It will come from the Greater SYC house.
The MVP will come from my house. Well, I just want to say something to that. Let us put off on the side. This is a good initiative from the youth department. The youth department, that is so good for us to engage our women in this community throughout the summer. That's a great thing to do. Yeah. So, Bernice, I want to say thanks to you and your team for organizing that. I can rest assure you because I can see the excitement from our women. People are waiting to come and just have fun. I can see the excitement.
Lady, she said she'll be playing as well.
Yeah, the first lady will be playing. Bernice, don't feel discouraged when people not signing up right now. It's slow, but we are still talking to people. People will come up. Just know that the play will be well attended.
Thank you. Mr. Honorable Chairman, Mr. Jan Volule, go ahead and get your parting statement. Mr. Volule, time is fast spent. We got to leave from here. The time is 3:49 p.m. in Indianapolis. This open table.
Well, thanks to all of our listeners for hanging there with us once again. You guys are champion. Without you guys, we will not be here. I want to say kudos to all of you. Again, that all of us, all of our listeners that are on here, let us take the phone. Let's make use of the phone. The greater Liberia we are yearning for is at hand. Ernest Kumi is waiting to move the country from day one. Ernest Kumi will not even waste your resources on inauguration like it happened during the good time and gave you all out of campaign promises. Like what Joria did, saying that you will not allow Liberia to be spectator in their own country. Liberia have become even more than a spectator now in the country. So I will tell you that Ernest Kumi will not be like that. Ernest Kumi, he's a changer, he's a fixer, he's ready to fix the country from day one. That'll make use of the phone, even though you cannot vote, but you can have an influence in the upcoming election. Make use of the phone. Like I hear every day, I'm on Radio Ganta, which is Radio Ganta. Every morning, 3 a.m., we're talking to our people to get out. We're talking to our people to get out to vote, need to register. We are talking to our people to not be truck. So I want you people to do the same, because if you truck, you will not see the change that you are looking for. Don't be truck. Don't allow yourself to be disrespected like that. That complete total disrespect. To be truck to another district, to or another country to go and register to vote. That complete disrespect. Do not allow yourself in that line. Thank you. Open Table will be here again on Saturday.
Thank you, Jan Volule. Jan Volule message to the people: do not be truck. The people in Nimba have been truck to Bomi. To Bon Kante. The people of Nimba have betrayed their own country. They have been truck. According to the source from Jan Volule from Nimba Kante, he founded a mini radio station in Nimba Kante that giving all the information that his people have been trucked from Nimba Kante to Bon Kante to go register and vote for another president that will be coming from somewhere.
Another senator or representative.
We don't know what's going on. But anyway, Mr. Chairman, go ahead and get your party statement. We've got to wrap it up. This open table.
It's a good thing to be here. First of all, apologies to you guys for running late or running behind time working on my internet and software issue. Thanks for the discussion. The discussion is very important. What's happening in Liberia is very interesting. Things are heating up. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we are following. I think Cummins is trying to make a decision that is going to move the needle, and that would be a good thing. You see, in politics, I always say there's no permanent enemies and there's no permanent friend, only permanent interest. Joseph Boyka dashed the hope of Yombly. He allowed a political Jacob to steal her blessing. Jeremiah Kun stole the blessing of Yombly. And that was a big mistake on the part of Joseph Boyka. So it's only right, it's very right and very important for Cummins to punish him through his mistake. And that punishment will be taking Yombly on your ticket, and that will play a very important role in that battle belt. And Yombly is going to give you something else. She's going to give you that female vote, that lady vote you are looking for, and it's going to be something very interesting. And I think it's going to make some noise this October, depending on how they're going to go ahead and play that politics. Kume cannot make this mistake. There's nothing here he can do. He cannot do this one anyway but to go with Yombly. If not Yombly, Tiagongo. But Yombly should be his first choice. It should be the only thing. He should have a tunnel vision towards Yombly. With Boyka is he should pray that Jeremiah Kun and others will give him the support that he went for when he picked Jeremiah Kun over the people that was supporting him for so long. In politics, when you betray people, they will punish you. And all the political rhetoric that Yombly will be mortgaging her political career if she go with Comey is just political rhetoric. They are trying to make her to be afraid. That's politics. Yombly is still young. Even if she go with Cummins and Cummins cannot win, she will still have a good future ahead of her. She's still a senator. But you have to take risks, and that's what politics is about. High risks, high reward. This is the risks you want to take. And when you take this risk, it's going to serve you well. Two things you will get from here. If you win, you will be very grateful for the opportunity that you make that decision. If not, you learn. And you're going to learn a very valuable lesson for the next election. So she should, in all honesty, she should search her soul and go and mend fences with Cummins and go on this ticket, because you have to put aside your ego. You have to forgive. And politicians should be forgiving. And this is something, but also politicians should be very ambitious in their heart. She should not allow Joseph Boyka and her love for the old man to suffocate her ambition. She have to put him on the wayside and say, look, I'm going to do this for myself and my own political future. Matter of fact, why are you looking for the future for a man that is already older than you? Like, yes, older than you. Shouldn't be looking for a future for him. You should be looking for your own future now. Politicians are a little bit selfish. She should be selfish. So thank you. Thank you again. Open table, and this is going to be. No, we don't. Musa Belete as VP. Oh my goodness. No, Musa Belete cannot be VP. Please, Cummins cannot make that mistake, Didier. You guys.
No, Musa Belete is already a representative elected in District 7, Nima County. The man have connected and electrified the entire district.
So this is my point. And thank you very much. Thank you very much again. I think to beat Josh Weah is going to be hard, very hard. But again, they all can try, and that we wish them well. For you to just beat Josh Weah.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I agree with you. The incumbent president, George Manneh Weah, to beat him is going to be very difficult. I don't think in Liberian politics, I don't know if it happened, but since I grew up, I've not seen it happen. Madam Salif King, she whipped them 2 times, and here comes George Weah. Trust me. The only way they can get rid of George Weah, they have to all come together. All the political parties in Liberia must merge and make one to beat George Weah. But if not, if all the political parties did not come together, if they refuse to come together, George Weah going to beat them, or massively going to get the political latches, and this is how we come to the end of today's edition of OP Table. This OP Table, this OP Table, OP Table, OP Table, OP Table, OP Table. Yes, it was a perfect discussion with Honorable Nyan and Dan Fulula, Joseph Astigis Jr., Chairman OP Table. Yes, friend of me, Nyan and Dan Fulula, the favorite son in the country. And then I'm chilling on OP Table with the grandson of Grand Crew, the favorite Grand Crew son, Honorable Joseph Jr. Thank you very much. This open table, we want to say thank you to all the beautiful colors, all the handsome colors.
So you have decided to put me to Grand Crew and supposed to be from Lofa County.
Man, it's from Lofa. You just get Grand Crew. So what you would say about Jeremiah Coon, the VP to Joe Barker?
I tell you, I'm a journalist. I don't have a side. I will pick the right side.
Okay. I will go with my mom. I'll go with my mom people. They are from Grand Crew, no problem. The crew people will not discriminate me.
The incumbent president, the CDC-led government, even though I'm not for CDC, but I know CDC is a force, a formidable force. To beat the incumbent president is not easy. I understand politics. That's why I'm saying it this way. I don't care you agree or differ. I don't care. But the issue is to beat the incumbent president in African politics. It's not a joke. It's not a day job. You got to work all day, all night. And it's not easy. I understand politics. Even me, I become president for Liberia. For me to be removed, it's not a smart thing. I'm going to do my 12 years and now do better things. Thank you very much, this open table. If you're in Lofa Kante, the favorite song of Lofa Kante, the greater SYC.
The greatest.
Well, gentlemen, we got to go. Honorable Nyana Dafulula, this will come to the end of today's edition of Open Table. Thank you for calling Open Table. We
Thanks
say
to our
thank
caller.
you for calling. And the best female caller today, we say thank you, give the history of William Aratoba Jr., the best president of Liberia. Everybody say he's the best president. And the pool, we go to the pool right now, all the callers, I think we got like 3 or 4 presidents that said William Aratoba. I was saying Samuel Kanyado, Mr. Vulula said Madame Salih, and Mr. Chairman was talking about William Aratoba. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook Live, this open table.
Very outspoken man, a very outspoken man. Excellent leader.
Yes.
I think we should, our current politicians should go into history and unearth some of his recording and learn from him. He's a skilled politician. Look, the man used to speak American Liberian, the man used to speak Pele. The man wanted for Pele to be part of our.
Thank you very much, Chairman. For the history. Chairman say was a historian. But anyway, I want to say thank you for Philip Logan. Philip Logan, thank you for watching Open Table. Philip Logan, thank you for watching Open Table. You are highly remembered. Thank you very much. Alvin T. Penner, watching from Liberia. He say is one of the oldest followed by Ethiopia. He's talking about Liberia. Thank you very much. Anyway, Jan Vulula,